Top villages across Europe you won't believe exist. Tired of this? Of shoulder-to-shoulder crowds and selfie sticks, all fighting for the exact same photo? Are you sick of vacations that feel more like a frantic checklist than an actual escape? What if I told you the real soul of Europe isn't in its bustling capitals, but in the places most tourists will never even know exist? Today, we're swapping the packed cities for quiet cobblestone streets to uncover Europe's most unbelievable villages. This is a journey to find the continent's true magic, exploring car-free towns and medieval gems that most travelers completely miss. Hey, fellow travelers, I am Atlas Affairs. For too long, the idea of a European adventure has meant long lines and overpriced souvenirs. But there's a whole nother Europe out there, a Europe of quiet mornings, where the only sound is a distant church bell. A Europe of winding lanes where every corner tells a story. These are the places where time slows down, where you can feel centuries of history under your feet, and where the views are worth more than any ticket you could ever buy. We've scoured the continent, from dramatic northern coastlines to sun-drenched Mediterranean cliffs, to bring you our countdown of the 10 most incredible villages. These are the real hidden gems, the storybook settings, and the authentic heart of Europe. So grab your passport and let's get started. Village number 8, Rhine, Norway. Kicking off our countdown at number 10, we're heading way north to a place of raw, staggering beauty, Rhine, in Norway's Lofoten Islands. Now, this isn't your typical quaint village. It's an epic landscape where humanity and nature have made a breathtaking deal. Imagine a string of classic red fishermen's cabins, they call them roerbuur, dotting tiny islands connected by little bridges. Now, picture those cabins huddled at the foot of razor-sharp mountains that seem to claw at the sky, rising straight out of the crystal-clear fjord. That is Rhine. It's still a very active fishing village, and you'll definitely see and smell stockfish drying on massive wooden racks, a tradition that's kept this community going for centuries. For the adventurers watching, Rhine is pure paradise. You can tackle the challenging Rheinbringen Trail, a steep hike that pays off with one of the most iconic and photographed views in all of Norway, a mind-blowing panorama of the village and the surrounding Lofoten Wall of mountains. And in the winter, it's a front row seat for watching the northern lights dance across the Arctic sky. Rhine is proof that some villages aren't just places to live. They're a testament to the awesome power of the natural world. Village number 7, Positano, Italy. From the rugged north, we fly south to the sun-drenched glamour of Italy's Amalfi Coast for number 9, Positano. This isn't just a village. It's a vertical masterpiece, a cascade of pastel-colored houses, terracotta, pink, and peach, looks like it's tumbling down the cliffside, defying gravity on its way to the sparkling sea. There are no real streets here, just steep stairways and winding footpaths that weave through the village like a beautiful maze. Every step down brings you closer to the chic Spiaggia Grande beach with its famous striped umbrellas, and every step back up reveals another view that'll stop you in your tracks. Positano is the very definition of La Dolce Vita, the sweet life. It's about sipping limoncello, overlooking the water, browsing stylish boutiques, and just feeling that warm sea breeze. Once a humble fishing village, Positano became a hotspot for artists and writers in the 20th century, and it has kept that magnetic, glamorous charm. It's a place that feels both impossibly chic and deeply, authentically Italian. Positano proves that even famous places can hold secrets if you're willing to climb a few stairs to find them. Village number 6, Azé, France. Clinging to a clifftop 1,400 feet above the Mediterranean, our number 8 is the medieval dreamscape of Azé. Perched dramatically between Nice and Monaco on the French Riviera, Azé is called the Eagle's Nest for its unbelievable location. The second you walk through its ancient stone gates, you step back in time. The village is a pedestrian-only labyrinth of narrow, cobblestone alleys, stone houses draped in bougainvillea, and tiny hidden squares. It's the perfect place to get deliberately lost, discovering little artisan shops and art galleries. But the real crown jewel of Azé is at its very peak. Where a fortress once stood, you'll now find the Jardin Exotique, a stunning garden filled with cacti and rare plants. The views from here are, without a doubt, the most spectacular on the entire Côte d'Azur. A full panorama of the coastline. If you're feeling adventurous, you can arrive via the Nietzsche Path, a steep but beautiful trail winding up from the coast that the famous philosopher himself used to walk. Azé is the perfect blend of history, beauty, and that undeniable French Riviera glamour. Village. Number 5, Bacharach, Germany. For number 7, we're journeying to the heart of Germany's Rhine Gorge, a land of fairy tale castles and steep vineyards. Nestled right on the riverbank is the impossibly romantic village of Bacharach. Seriously, if you ask someone to draw a storybook about medieval Germany, this is what they'd come up with. Bacharach is the classic Rhine Valley wine town, famous for its half-timbered houses, some of which lean at the most wonderfully crooked angles. The whole old town feels like a perfectly preserved movie set. You can wander the cobblestone streets, admire the Altes House, a timber-framed house from 1368, and even walk along parts of the ancient town walls. Watching over it all are the ruins of the Gothic Werner Chapel and the majestic Stahleck Castle, which has guarded the town for nearly 1,000 years. Today, it's a youth hostel with what has to be the most epic view from any hostel on earth. Bacharach's charm has inspired artists for centuries, and it's easy to see why. It's a place to slow down, sip the local Riesling, and just let the romance of the Rhine wash over you. Loving this journey off the beaten path? If you're already picturing yourself on these cobblestone streets, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We're all about finding the world's most incredible hidden gems, and we want to take you with us. Let us know in the comments which village you'd pack your bags for first. Village. Number 4, Roussillon, France. Our number 6 is a village so vibrant, it looks like an artist's palette just exploded all over the landscape. Welcome to Roussillon, in the heart of France's Provence region. What makes Roussillon totally unique are the huge ochre deposits in the ground, painting the cliffs and the town itself in a stunning spectrum of reds, oranges, and yellows. Legend says the colors came from the blood of a heartbroken lover, but geologists will tell you it's iron oxide in the sand. Honestly, whatever the reason, the result is pure magic. The village houses are all painted with local ochre washes, creating this warm, harmonious glow that seems to change with the light throughout the day. The best way to experience it all is by walking the Sentier des Ocres, or Ochre Trail, a path that winds through the old quarries. It feels like you're walking through a miniature Grand Canyon, with fiery red cliffs set against deep green pine trees and the brilliant blue Provence sky. Roussillon is an absolute feast for the eyes and proof that nature is the world's greatest artist. Village. Number 3, Aiguesheim, France. We're in the Alsace wine region of France, in a village that looks like it was designed by Walt Disney himself. Aiguesheim. This place is famous for its one-of-a-kind circular layout. The streets are arranged in concentric circles around a central castle, creating this perfectly preserved, enchanting medieval town. Just walking through Aiguesheim is a joy. The narrow lanes are lined with brightly colored, half-timbered houses, all decorated with overflowing flower boxes. It's so ridiculously charming that it was actually voted the favorite French village by the French people themselves. As part of the famous Alsace wine route, the surrounding hills are covered in vineyards that produce some of the world's best Riesling. The heart of the village is the main square with its fountain and the chapel dedicated to Pope St. Leo IX, who was born right here. But the real magic of Aiguesheim is just wandering its circular streets, feeling like you've stepped straight into a fairy tale, and maybe stopping for a wine tasting at a local cellar. Village number 2, Monsaraz, Portugal. For our number 4, we're heading to a lesser-known corner of southern Portugal, to the Alentejo region. Here, perched on a hill overlooking a massive, man-made lake, is the magnificent fortified village of Monsaraz. Visiting this place feels like you've walked through a portal to another century. This village is a quiet haven of whitewashed houses and dark stone, all wrapped up inside the walls of a medieval castle. You enter through an ancient gate and are immediately transported. The cobblestone streets are so quiet, inviting you to just explore at a relaxed pace. The main event is the castle itself. You can walk along its ramparts for unbelievable 360-degree views of the Alcueva Reservoir, Europe's largest artificial lake, and the rolling plains of the Alentejo. In 2017, Monsaraz was officially named one of the 7 wonders of Portugal. It's the perfect spot for anyone seeking a little peace and serenity, a place where you can watch the sunrise over the water and feel the rest of the world just melt away. Village number 1. Ravello, Italy. We're returning to Italy's Amalfi Coast for our number 3 pick, but this time we're climbing higher, away from the coastal crowds, to the elegant and serene village of Ravello. Perched on a cliff top high above the sea, Ravello offers a totally different Amalfi experience. It's less about the beach scene and more about culture, gorgeous gardens, and views that will leave you speechless. Ravello has long been a retreat for artists and musicians looking for inspiration. Its heart is the main square, but the real treasures are its 2 incredible villas. There's Villa Ruffolo, whose Moorish architecture and romantic gardens are said to have inspired the composer Richard Wagner. And then there's Villa Cimbrone, famous for its Terrace of Infinity, a balcony lined with marble busts that offers what might just be the most beautiful panoramic view on the planet. Standing there, feeling like you're suspended between the sky and the sea, is a moment you will never forget. Ravello just feels more peaceful and reserved than its neighbors down below. It's a place for quiet moments, enjoying a classical music concert during its famous summer festival, and soaking in views that seem to go on forever. If you like this video and want to look for more such, please like, follow, subscribe, and share.